Welcome to Dynamic Thriving audio blog, where we're very spiritual, with a good dose of practicality in support of your life transformation. This is your host, Marianne Pack, spiritual medium, oracle for the many, and joy advocate. Today's audio blog is entitled, Leaping into the Unknown. My lesson from Frog Spirit. One morning, I was sitting in my rocker on the front deck, sipping my coffee and visiting with my hubby before we began our day, and I noticed a little tree frog hopping across the deck. He hopped between the potted plants and landed about 3 inches away from the edge. Suddenly, this little frog took one last leap, and off the deck he went into full abandon. My thoughts immediately were, he didn't even know what's out there. He doesn't know how far down the ground is. He doesn't know what he'll land on. He doesn't know if there's any danger lurking below. He doesn't really know what will happen to him. He doesn't even know if he'll survive the jump and landing. He's simply moving forward in the direction of where he wants to go. As always, my mind starts racing as to how there may be a lesson in this experience for me. I know that Source is always sending messages to me, to all of us really, and it's our job to watch and be attentive to the signs. Nature spirits speak to me all the time. I love receiving visits from animal spirits, and I love to look up the messages they are giving. I just knew there had to be a message from my little frog spirit. I knew there must be a message about trusting and leaping into the unknown. So again, I relied on the trusty resource of my Ted Andrews book, Animal Speak. I highly recommend purchasing this book if you are wanting a resource to look up any nature spirit messages for yourself. Let me summarize what Mr. Andrews writes about the frog spirit. The frog spirit's keynote message is transformation through water and sound. Frog spirit's message is associated with water and land because it is amphibious. Its connection to water links it to lunar energies. They herald abundance and fertility. They remain semi-aquatic into adulthood, so they teach us to be near a water element. Their voices call in new rain when the water is stagnant. Emotions are associated with water. If frog spirit shows up, you are probably very sensitive to the emotional states of others, knowing intuitively how to sincerely be sympathetic. As their voice controls the weather and brings new rains, these can be used to cleanse, heal, help things grow, flood, and stir things up. It is the call of the waters. As a symbol of metamorphosis, it's coming into one's own creative power. Keenly tuned into sound, they teach us to learn to use our voice to stir emotions for healing, cleansing, growth, and creativity. Here are some questions for us to consider. Are we becoming too mundane and becoming mired in the mud of life? Are we living in fear of the unknown, unwilling to take a leap of faith? Do we need to dive into the fresh water of creativity? Are you feeling waterlogged, bogged down, or drowning in emotions? Do you need to use your voice to call in the new rains, to stir up emotions for improvements that you would like to see in your life? Do we need to spend more time near a water element in nature? Do we need to call in the rains to water our garden of creativity and imagination? When we are looking at our lives and see the unknown out ahead of us, how do we trust that everything will work out for us and be willing to take the leap? The frog spirit teaches us the importance of using our voice to stir up our emotions and creativity. When we speak, it's because we've been thinking about something before anything ever comes out of our mouths. I loved it when I learned that the word abracadabra in Hebrew means I create as I speak. But it's not the words that have the creative power. It is the thoughts and emotions behind the words. What am I creating when I use my voice, since it was preceded by my thoughts and emotions? Am I creating a life I love, or am I creating a life filled with more complaints? What am I calling in with my voice? Frog Spirit teaches us to call in the new, fresh rains that stir up our creativity. The pond behind our home is the remnants of an old limestone quarry. There are even blasting holes in the rock face where they drilled holes for the dynamite sticks. Since the pond is built over the rock quarry, the limestone rocks have shifted and there are cracks in the bed of the pond. So the pond's water seeps through the rocks, and many times during the year the pond is empty. But every time the fresh new rains come for several days in a row, the pond fills up again. It's interesting because every time the pond has water in it, the frogs return to sing and croak. As soon as the pond dries up, the frogs bury themselves in the mud or run off to the creek just beyond. So we hear the frogs singing primarily during the times the pond holds water. Sometimes their croaking sounds like an orchestra with all the highs and low tones. Along with the trills and shrieks are the bellowing of the bullfrogs. They are so creative when it comes to using their voice to express their love for life. Frogs' association with metamorphosis from tadpole to adult teaches us that we are becoming more of the true creators that we truly are. We are becoming more mature and seeing life as how we want it to be. We are coming into our own creative power. When we are creating something new, that is in the unknown. We don't know how others will receive it. It is unknown whether it will have a desirable effect. We don't even know if it will work. It is unknown if we will experience a soft landing place when we own and use our creativity. But taking a leap can be so rewarding. As extensions of Source in the flesh, we are creating our reality. We are creating what happens around us. We are creating our future experiences. Many times we are in a very precarious position when we are looking over the abyss of the unknown. Yet we know we have to take the leap or we will never move forward. If we stay too long in the safety of our comfort zone, we may start feeling the stagnant quagmire of the mundane, living in the muddy waters of our ho-hum life of safety. If we stay on the safe ledge just because it is known to us, we will never feel the joy of our creative expression in the world. We will never experience the thrill of witnessing our creative masterpieces unfold. If we tune into our inner source, we will have a much better experience as we trust that what we are creating is actually for cleansing, healing, and growth. Allowing ourselves to own and use our creativity requires trusting ourselves, trusting Source, trusting others who will co-create with us along the way, and trusting the process of life, taking that leap into the unknown, knowing and trusting that life is unfolding in perfect divine timing and in perfect divine ways. We trust ourselves that we are hearing the inspiration of our intuition, our inner knowing. We trust ourselves to see the signs before us. We expect that the next and the next and the next steps will be revealed at the perfect time. We trust that we have our own best interest at heart. We trust that we will make the best decisions, and those decisions summon life force to flow through us with ease. We trust Source knows the unknown. Just because we don't know all the answers and what's ahead, we can trust Source to provide the landing as we take the leap of faith that all is really working out for our highest good. We trust that Source will provide the perfect cooperative components, rendezvous, and physical elements that will assist us to know what was previously unknown. We trust others who will co-create with us. These are divine collaborations. They are the cooperative components that Source has prepared for our journey. A journey is always unknown, no matter how many times you make a particular trip. Every time it's a new journey into the unknown. So these beautiful souls are there to help us co-create as we take one step at a time into the unknown together. They help us envision and dream and create all the way to full manifestation. We trust the process of life because we understand that metamorphosis takes time. We trust in our own metamorphosis, our own transformation, that life is always calling us to more life, that we are evolving and expanding the all that is as we accept life's journey into the unknown, into the new. We understand that we really are creators, and trusting the process is an expectation of things to work out, so we just go for it. Are you ready to take a leap into the unknown? Anytime we are peering over the edge of the unknown, of the known into the unknown, it's best to have someone leap with you. We all need guides and coaches through our lives. We are always looking for someone to guide us and help us along the path of life. That's why we ask friends and family for their opinions and advice. Yet many times, those dear folks are looking at their unknown and are stuck in fear. So they may project their fear onto you and your situation. And that never helps anyone. So how do I find a guide or coach that can really help me take my leap into the unknown? I am so happy you asked. I am a coaching concierge. That means I am an expert at matching you with your perfect coach for this season of your life. That means I listen carefully to where you are right here, right now, and also to where you'd like to be. The gap in between those two is what you navigate during coaching. When you are looking into the unknown, it's scary and can be paralyzing. But as you work with your coach, you will become the person who willingly trusts making that leap into the unknown with much more confidence and joy. This becoming is your personal metamorphosis or your transformation. I have so many amazing coaches in my directory that I personally know and trust, many of whom I've personally coached with. I've even interviewed many of them on my podcast, the Dynamic Thriving Podcast. Rest assured that as we visit during our coaching concierge consultation, I will see you and I will hear you. It is my mission to understand what your soul is seeking in a coach. And in the end, I'll provide you a list of 2 to 3 coaching options. You then will have a discovery call with each one of these and choose which coach resonates most with your soul at this time. Your coaching choice is always yours alone. I simply match you intuitively with the best coaching options for you as I tune into your spirit and my spirit guides. Allow me to help ease your stress and trepidation of searching for a coach. There's absolutely no need for you to stress or waste your precious time and energy searching in the noisy world of internet coaching. Of course, there are plenty of free resources online, but do you really have the time and energy to try and pull together the right information to really make a difference in your life? Ease, stress-free, convenience, concise, confidence. These are what coaching with the right coach will bring into your life. Why struggle in finding your coach? Why put yourself through all the stress of wading through the noise of coaches screaming for your business? Allow me to quiet the noise and bring peace of mind. Let me do all the work of matching you with your perfect coach. I have vetted these coaches and hand-picked each one for their integrity and expertise. Each one truly cares for their clients and has their highest good in mind at all times. If you felt that twinge of a subtle yes in your spirit, let's talk. Or you may have heard your spirit shout, "Hell yes!" If so, let's talk. You can find my offer of a coaching concierge consultation on my website. Read more about it and how it works, and then book your session today. You'll find the consultation in the show notes. Big hugs and love to you. Coaching is a normal process of transformation. Your personal metamorphosis will take time, but it will be so much more enjoyable, and you will be fully supported by working with a coach. If this post has resonated with you, please like, comment, and be sure to subscribe to this podcast. This really helps my work expand and touch more lives with joy. Thanks in advance. To your leap into the unknown, this is Mary Ann Pack, your spiritual medium, oracle for the many, and joy advocate. And now I get to add coaching concierge. P.S. Do you know someone who might be searching for a coach or someone you think would benefit from a chat with me about coaching? I would greatly appreciate you sharing this post with them, or simply send them to my website to look at my offer of a coaching concierge consultation. Thanks so much. I appreciate your kindness towards your friend in helping ease their coaching dilemma.